he put her on a leash. On a leash. And he was like, you said I could treat you like a dog. I think I'm in love. I didn't put the timer on. How do I spend this much time on my phone? Hi, it's Editing Sarah here. And I just want to let you know that I found these videos and I wanted to post them because I made the video. I just never got around to editing them. So here's just some content from the archives. Hi, hello, how are you today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sarah. I think you should subscribe because I make videos like this. I do vlogs, I do book recommendations, wrap-ups, all the book-related content. It's here for you, so you should subscribe. Moving on. Today I'm going to be swapping my screen time for reading time. I spent almost 40 hours on my phone last week, so I want to see how much reading I can get done this week if I swap those. So today is Monday. I have 5 hours and 51 minutes on the clock, and I'm going to get to work. I spent the first hour reading on the treadmill, so I did read on my Kindle, but I read 55 pages, and it wasn't like the full hour. It was an hour on the treadmill, but I wasn't reading that whole time. So just this little baby chunk. So 55 pages done in an hour. That's about like the speed that I read at, like 60 pages an hour, page per minute. That sounds about right. I am not a fast reader. I'm not a fast reader. So now we're on chapter 22. Let's see. It is starting to get a little better. I feel like we were off to a pretty slow start, but it's starting to get a little better. The tension's building, the banter. Little reading break to show you that I bought some gyoza. I love gyoza. So I'm gonna eat this. I'm uploading my newest YouTube video, and I'm just gonna relax and eat my little gyoza. I'll report back when I start reading again. Three hours, 50 minutes left on the timer. I'm on chapter 27. I'm almost halfway through this book. There's a difference between slow burn and tension building and straight up aggravation. And I'm in the straight up aggravation camp. I'm like, it's like they get so close where it's like something's about to happen. And then like he like snaps out of it and is like, no, I can't. Dude, shut up. Shut up. Like who let this happen? So I still have roughly 6 hours left in this book. I'm going to finish it. I'm gonna finish it because I started it for this video. If I didn't, I would have probably DNF'd it already. It's taking so long to get where we're going, and it's stalling for me. It's not giving me any of what I was anticipating. Yeah. He is 8 years older than her. And like they have a scene where they flash back to when she's 18 and like just graduated from high school, and there's like something about to happen, and it's like in her head she's like, oh, I'm finally of age, and it's like gross. Like no, he's 8 years older than you. What does that make him, like 26 and an 18-year-old? No. I don't know. Is it just me? It's really starting to bore me. So to fix that, I'm gonna switch over to an audiobook. I'm going to start the Mind F series by St. Abbey. It's one that I've been wanting to read, but Lights Out really kind of lit the fire under my ass because I was like, this was really good. And I've seen people who like the Mind F series also really like Lights Out, so I feel like it'd go both ways. So I'm gonna put a little pause in Forever Never. I'll probably continue it tonight before I go to bed. And then because I still have about 4 hours left for my reading for the day, and it is 5 p.m. So I gotta get to work, and this book is not holding my attention. So I'm gonna start The Risk, and in the 4 hours, I should be able to start and finish the first book in the 5 novellas for the Mind F series. Good morning, it's me again. Yesterday, I read for 5 hours and 51 minutes. I just barely made it. Like, I just got the last 20 minutes done by like 11 p.m. So with that, I started about here. I got to a little way through chapter 26. No, sorry, 28. So I read 122 pages of Forever Never. And let me just tell you this. They call it Forever Never. It got the name because she makes you wait forever for them to never fucking kiss. Like, never, never. Oh my gosh. Like, you're sitting there and waiting and waiting. And it's like this moment where he's like, there's at least 4 or 5 times. Oops, so sorry. That was probably so loud. There's at least 4 or 5 times where he has her up against the wall, is like this far away from her. And then he just goes, no, I can't. Dude, get over yourself. Get over yourself. Because this is already 260 pages into the book. We are almost halfway through this almost 600 page book. And I'm like, that's what you're getting me? That? Has her bent over a table and he's just like, no, I gotta go. Dude. Also, nary a kiss. Nary a kiss. There's not been a kiss. Well, let me not say nothing, because he like had her in some, I don't know where they were. I think like I don't know where they were, but he starts dry humping her. And it's like, dude, you're 38 years old. You're 38. Is that really the best you got? That's what you got going for you? You won't kiss her, but you'll dry hump her? Dude. Now I think they're getting down and dirty in this chapter. But I literally had to stop because I was like, wow, I just don't care. I literally don't care. I will be finishing it because I have to finish it before I pull another book off my shelf. And I want to move into a fantasy after this, but this is just like so mid. I have decided to start the Mind F series by St. Abby. So this is, the first one is The Risk. I don't know if I'm going to put the pictures of them up because they're just like, the covers of the books make no sense for what's actually happening in the book, in my opinion. So I've started and finished The Risk, which is 132 pages. So yesterday I read 253 pages. So 254 pages. And I guess read, I don't know if that's the right word to use for it, but I listened to the audiobook on 1x speed. I didn't speed it up or anything. And then I also got 10 minutes into the second book. If you have not heard of the Mind F series, it is a series of 5 novellas, and it is following this female serial killer and the FBI profiler that's trying to find her but doesn't know that it's a woman committing the crimes. It is quite interesting. I would give it 4 stars because it was pretty short. Again, it was like 132 pages. So it wasn't anything, you don't get a lot of time with the characters. It's insta-lusty, but I don't care in this situation. For whatever reason, I was like, yeah, that tracks. I'm going to continue listening to the series today and try to finish Forever Never. I'm gonna try to do it. So today is Tuesday. I have to read for 10 hours and 53 minutes. It's almost 10 a.m. So I'm gonna be reading for quite some time. So I'm gonna be listening to the next audiobook for the Mind F series, and those are only like 3 hours each. So I think I'll get maybe 1 or 2 done today and then try to read some more Forever Never. But I mean, I'm averaging like 50 pages per hour, which is about how fast I read. I get distracted. I start like daydreaming about other things. I'm like, oh, focus. I need to focus on what I'm reading. But yeah, I'm hoping, according to my Kindle, I think I have like almost 6 hours left in this book. You guys, I don't want to do it. I don't. But another thing about this book, oh my gosh, I forgot. They keep cutting back in time to when they first moved to the island, and the female main character was 16 years old. That makes our male main character 24 years old at the time, and he's talking to his younger brother who used to date the female main character. Her name's Remy. And all I could think of is Remy the Rat, whatever he says her name. But he is talking about when he moved to the island, and he's talking with his little brother, and his little brother's like, did you have feelings for her then? He's like, no, that would have been illegal. And then the little brother's like, well, she was 16 and a half, so it's not that illegal. And I was like, huh? Not that illegal. And then like the second she turns 18, he's like got her pushed up against a wall in an alley and won't kiss her. But he's like, oh, well, she's like, well, do you want me to touch you? And he's like, yeah, you can touch me, but I'm not gonna touch you. So she's like touching him over his jeans, but then he's like, no, stop. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna kiss you tomorrow. What? And then he just like packs up his shit and leaves the island. It's so frustrating. It is so frustrating. The payoff better be. That's the other thing. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. This is just turning into a rant about Forever and Ever. That's the other thing though. It's like, he keeps telling her like, oh, when I get my hands on you, I'm gonna absolutely ruin you. And then he was like, at the beginning of this chapter that I'm about to read, he was talking about like, oh, well, these are the things I want to do to you. And it is like just normal stuff. It is just like he wants to please her. He wants to kiss her and like hold her. Ruin her? Dude, who do you think you are? Ugh. Okay. I really should just DNF it, but I'm gonna try to power through. If I get to around 75% and I'm still feeling this way, I'll DNF. But in other news, we do have the Mind F series that is just, I'm enjoying it. Like, it was good, and then the ending of it left me off like, ooh, what's gonna happen next? So then I was like wanting to get into the next one. All right, let's get reading. Wow. Okay, I have not touched Forever and Ever once. I have not read this book at all because I am just like so into the audiobook for the Mind F series. And I just feel like this is gonna disappoint me. I have like 10 minutes left on the audiobook. It's the third one. I think it's called Scarlet Angel. I have 10 minutes left on that audiobook. I have a feeling it's gonna end in a place that I'm like, but I'm not gonna go to the fourth one yet. I'm gonna pick up Forever and Ever. I'm gonna try to read a little bit of this. I've been doing literally nothing but cross-stitching and listening to the audiobook. I have 5 hours. Oh, come on. You can do it. 5 hours, 17 minutes, and 12 seconds left. And I'm nervous that I won't get it done tonight because right now it's like 5:15. I'm really nervous that I won't be able to finish it tonight. And then it'll just be getting added more and more. And tomorrow I think is like 9 hours and change. How do I spend this much time on my phone? The cover of, like the older cover, I guess, because now they replaced it, but the older cover of the book with the hands like this with the apple, it makes sense now and I love it. I love it. And I don't know, I was just told this was like a dark romance, but yes, it's dark because she's a serial killer and he's an FBI profiler and all of these like true crime. I get it. Like all of like the true crime elements make it a dark romance. However, like the romance between the two of them feels like just like any other romance. This third book has been my favorite so far, with all of like the thinking that goes into covering up the tracks and the length that Jake is going through. If you've read it, the length that Jake is going through to be like, I can't be involved anyway, anyhow. I'm really enjoying this. This one might be a 5-star. We'll see how it ends, but this one might be a 5-star. The other two were 4 stars because it was just like, it was good, but nothing mind-blowing. This one is quite good, but I'm gonna finish it. I have like 11 minutes left. Then I'm gonna switch over to this. I don't want to, but I feel like I have to. At least we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, but damn, 250 pages in. I'm really enjoying the Mind F series. I'm not feeling these feelings of like, this is the best thing ever. It's good. I'm having a good time. We'll see how numbers 4 and 5 go. I think I've decided to DNF forever and ever. I got 3 more pages into this, and I was like, they're about to do it. And he is disciplining her and talking about how he's mad at her for wearing shorts when she was 17 and he couldn't touch her. He was 25 when she was 17. Okay, let me not shout. No. So I used my TBR jar. This is my fantasy one. I used my fantasy TBR jar to pick a new read, and I got River of Shadows. I've been wanting to read this. This is a retelling. The girl finds out that her dad was taken to the underworld, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna go save him. Then the god of death is like, wait, I'll let him go if you stay and if you're my wife. I think this is a duology though, so I'm nervous that this is gonna end in a way that makes me want to immediately pick up the next one, which is fine. But I don't own the next one. I only have this one. It's me again. Good morning. So last night I got about 48 pages into River of Shadows. Starting off very like interesting, where I know it's a fantasy romance, but we're starting off and she's living in LA. So that's kind of the vibe here. She starts off living in LA. She's going to her dad's funeral. Things aren't the way she thought they were, and we're already like kind of thrown into these fantasy elements. I'm excited. But last night when my fiance got home, he was like, oh, let's watch TV together. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm not gonna tell him no, he's too cute for that. So I was like, okay, we'll watch TV, which turned into 4 episodes of Alone on Netflix, which is a great show, by the way. So we were watching that. Didn't get super far into this. So I have left over from yesterday 3 hours and 58 minutes. So basically 4 hours left over from yesterday. Today, I'm supposed to read 9 hours and 4 minutes. So I originally was just gonna carry everything over to the next day. However, if I add that to today, I'm basically gonna be reading for almost 13 hours. I think what I'm gonna start doing is if I have any time left over, it's gonna go into the bank. So now the bank has almost 4 hours in it, and anything left over from today will get put in the bank. And then those hours can get spread across other days that I only have like 2 hours of screen time, which are my Saturdays, and my Sundays usually are 2 hours of screen time. And then so swap that way. So that way the hours get read. However, it's not like a full, every minute I'm awake I am reading. Okay? 9 hours, 4 minutes, 0 seconds. I actually have to get ready to go to the doctor's office. Okay, I will see you when I see you. Back from the doctor's office, I got a full 3 pages into this book before the doctor came in. So, I mean, I'm all here for the quick service. So it's 11 o'clock now-ish. It's 10:40. I got 3 pages into this. I'm really excited to see where this goes. However, I also got 16 minutes into All the Lies, which is the 4th book in the Mind F series. And I was planning on just sitting and reading this all day. I kind of just want to finish up the Mind F series. I want to know what happens. So I think I'm gonna listen to the 4th one. Like, depending on how it ends, I'll either switch over to this or I'll go into book 5. But the goal is to just listen. I'm gonna cross stitch a little bit. I'm gonna just relax today. Some updates for you. Okay, so I just finished All the Lies, which is book 4 in the Mind F series. I have 5 hours, 3 minutes, and 58 seconds left on the timer. That was 141 pages of the audiobook, but I listened to it, so it was like almost 4 hours. I'm gonna go into the next one because it's getting to the point where it's like, all right, let's wrap it up, put it all in a bow. I will say this, I do feel like this series is very hyped up. I feel like that people talk about the series like it is the best thing since sliced bread, and it's good, but it's not giving me those feelings of like intense mind effery, if you know what I mean. Good morning. It's me, I'm back. It is now Thursday. I read, let's see, okay. We started and finished All the Lies, which was book 4 in the Mind F series, and started and finished Painted All Red, which is book 5 in the Mind F series. Now, the series was good. It wasn't anything crazy to me. It was very like traumatic for the female main character, obviously, and like having to relive what happened to her, and like I get it. I get it. I just feel like people talk about this series and they're like, oh yeah, you want spicy dark romance? This is it. No. There's a difference between like, yes, like they're getting together, but it's not anything like their romance aspect of it isn't dark to me. Like them actually getting together isn't dark. The things that are happening around them and the themes of the book are dark. I feel like those books need to be put in like 2 different categories. Like if the spice is dark, that's its own category, and then if the themes around it are dark, that needs to be its own category, because to me those are not the same. And I feel like people talk about, oh, this is so spicy, this is so spicy. I don't know if there's just something wrong with my head. I didn't feel that way. That was a total of 318 pages. And I started and finished the entire timer yesterday. So I got all of my time done, which was 9 hours and 4 minutes, which the audiobooks took me with rewinding and stuff to like 1 minute left on the timer. And I was like, okay, we'll just let it run out. Then after that, I was trying to fall asleep, couldn't really fall asleep. So then I picked up River of Shadows and then found out, yes, I can fall asleep. So I only got 14 pages into River of Shadows yesterday. The goal is to read this today. So I'm about here. I could probably finish this today. We'll see. I do want to listen to a Jacob Morgan audiobook again, because Simone just listened to Lights Out and she was telling me how much she loved it, and like she's listening to it again, and I'm like, yes, it's so good. I don't know if I like Jacob Morgan or if I like Nevessa Allen's writing, or both. So I want to listen to something else that Jacob Morgan narrates, so then that way I can like get a better idea. Let me pick one of like the books off the shelf. I'll be back. I'm back. I said I wanted like a cute, fluffy palette cleanser. I ended up pulling Bloody Heart by Sophie Lark, which I'm pretty sure is the 4th book in this Brutal Birthright series, which is great because that's the next one that I'm supposed to be reading. Like I read 1, 2, and 3, so now I get to read this one. I'm going to finish River of Shadows, hopefully, and then start up on this one. Today I have a total of, let's see, 8 hours and 26 minutes on the clock. Oh, but I don't know if I said I read an extra 15 minutes last night of River of Shadows, so I'm going to take that off the bank, which was 3 hours and 58 minutes or something. So I think now it's down to 3 hours and 43 minutes left in the leftover bank. So today I have to do 8 hours, but today is going to be all physical, like physical and Kindle. I'm not going to do audiobooks today. So I feel like I'll probably read a little bit more. We'll see. I didn't put the timer on. All right, here we go. I'm struggling. I am on the struggle bus. I feel like I don't understand how I spend this much time on my phone, quite honestly. Like my Tuesday one, which was like 11 hours and change, was so long because I edit my YouTube videos on my phone. So I spend a lot of time on my phone on those days when I'm editing and getting it sent over to my computer and making the thumbnail. All that stuff takes me so long, but I spend a lot of time on my phone those days. It's not like doom scrolling all day long, just part of the day. The goal is to finish this book today. It says that there's 5 hours and 18 minutes left in the book. Oh, I can do that. Okay, so the goal is to finish this book today and then maybe start another like palette cleanser. So much has changed in the last hour. I've like, my brain's just on 110 today. So I decided that I wanted to cook lunch. So I got a little, not so little, head of cauliflower, and I got some chickpeas here. My aunt bought me this, the Chrissy Teigen Cravings Cookbook. Hello. And there's this, oh, right at the page. It's roasted cauliflower, feta, and orzo salad. It's so good. I replaced the cherries with sun-dried tomatoes because it just tastes better. And then I also do chickpeas added for some protein. But I decided that I wanted to cook, so I was like, okay, this is gonna take me roughly an hour and a half between cooking and cleaning and stuff, and that's cutting into my reading time. So I picked up an audiobook, and I don't know about you guys. All over my For You page, I've been getting like the bike talk stuff, where it's like the guys on the motorcycles. I've never read a motorcycle romance, and so I asked on my Instagram story, I was like, hi, hello, can someone please recommend a good motorcycle romance? I got a series recommendation. So this is the first book in the series. It's called Where We Started. It's the Stone Riders MC Book 1 by Ashley Munoz. So this is about a 10-hour audiobook, and I have 10 hours left for the month. So yeah, I'm just gonna put the audiobook on. We still have 7 hours and 28 minutes for the day. I can do it, I can do it. I'm gonna pick my hair up. I'm gonna get to cooking and have some lunch. Me again. Hi. Wow. My hair is crazy. So I have several updates for you. Yesterday for River of Shadows, I read 120 pages, which honestly, it doesn't really feel like that. It's just kind of flying by. Now it's flying by because we finally met Hades. Well, his name's not Hades, Death. So we finally meet the god of death, and I'm like, finally something good. And he put her on a leash. On a leash. And he was like, you said I could treat you like a dog. I think I'm in love. So this is getting good. And I'm excited because I was nervous for that. So yesterday, 120 pages of this. And then I started the audio for Where We Started. So started that, and I got 99 pages into that, making yesterday's total, quick math, come on, 219. Is that right? 219 pages yesterday. I did not get to the time goal yesterday. So I had leftover 2 hours and 38 minutes, which now gets put into the bank. The bank is now at 6 hours and 21 minutes. And today I have to read 4 hours and 51 minutes. So almost 5 hours today. I think I can maybe get a little bit from the bank today. And then tomorrow and Sunday will definitely be the times to like clear out the bank. I decided to start Where We Started because it was recommended to me when I posted about wanting to read a motorcycle club romance. And it's a second chance romance, and I'm really liking it so far. Like, I don't really have complaints. There's already the tension building, and I'm liking it. So I'm having a good time with that one. Finally having a good time with this one. And I was getting so concerned. I was like, is every book I pull off of the shelf gonna just give me a hard time? The first third of it was rough, to say the least. But now that death has been introduced, I'm like, okay, I'm interested. Let's see where this goes. Because the first book that I pulled off my mystery TBR was Forever and Never by Lucy Score, and as you saw, that ended up being a DNF. I did not want to DNF this. I was like, no, I'm pushing through. I do have some super special book mail, so I wanted to open it with you guys. And yeah, okay. So this is A Tribute of Fire. He reached out to me on Instagram and was like, oh, is this something that you would be interested in? And I was like, yeah. So let me tell you a little bit about it. So from the Instagram posts that she's made about it, we have Greek mythology, enemies to lovers to enemies, deadly trials, broody MMC, fierce FMC, sassy, grumpy, slow burn, forced proximity, ancient Greece / Hunger Games vibes, and found family. Where do I sign? So let me see if I can get this, let me see if I can get this open on my own. And I don't have to get some scissors, but goodness gracious. Oh, it's stunning, yeah. It's so friggin' cute. Okay. Look at that. Are you kidding? It's a little glittery sword. You guys. Okay, little glittery sword. And this is what the book looks like, A Tribute of Fire. And then on the back at the top, it says there's only one rule, survive. There's only one way to win, run. Okay, here's a little bit of the back. I will link the book in the description. I think it comes out November 1st, if I'm not mistaken. This is so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. I think I'm in love. Let's see what this has in it. Oh my gosh. The branding is on point. Okay. Oh my goodness. And then we have a sticker of the book cover. And what I'm assuming is a bookmark of the book cover. And it has a little like, I think this is like the synopsis on the back of this. And then she said, Sarah, thank you for reading my book. I hope you enjoy it. This is the cutest thing ever. So now I've got the card, the book, which I'm so happy. Like, this is a sturdy paperback. Like this, I love her. I love her. It's like floppy, but still like, it's sturdy. Then we have the sticker and the bookmark, and it came in. There was more. Okay, now there's not anything else in there. Oh my gosh, a pen. Come on. Hi and hello. So yesterday I was able to get quite a bit of listening done because I wanted to cross stitch. I ended up changing my mind. So I cross stitched a lot, listened to where we started, which is getting really good. I'm quite enjoying myself. I read a whopping 2 pages. Don't laugh. 2 pages of River of Shadows. And I think I'm close to 50% into this. But I wanted to read this last night just to not lose my Kindle streak. And then I started reading it thinking that I was awake and not tired. I lied to myself because I fell asleep. I had 30 minutes left over from yesterday. So now our bank is up to 6 hours and 51 minutes. Today is Saturday. On the clock today, we have 2 hours. Let's see, it's 2 hours and 23 minutes. I am back with even more updates for you. So I only have about this much left in River of Shadows. And just to give you an idea, like, I only have this much left, which according to my Kindle is gonna take me roughly 30 minutes. I was just like, I'll just go to sleep. This book is not keeping me awake. It's not making me like need to lose sleep to read it. So I'll finish it today. I finished listening to Where We Started by Ashley Munoz, which was good for like a first motorcycle club romance. Reading the reviews, it's not as dark as other motorcycle club romances, which I'm not surprised by. It was pretty good. I ended up giving it 3.5 out of 5 stars. My full review is on Goodreads. And if you have not added me on Goodreads, why not? I thought we were friends. You should check it out. And then I can stalk your reviews and you can stalk mine. It'll be fun. I ended up getting an Everend subscription. My friend sent me a link that I could get the first 30 days free. So I don't have to pay till November, which is nice. And I started listening to this book called The Players Club by Fallon Greer. looks like this. And so far, and just from reading the back of the book, it's about this gossip columnist who's following this star hockey player who happens to be extremely hot, because why would he be ugly? And she follows him to this 2-story building that she's like, oh, I wonder what that is. Finds out it's a sex club. And then now she's like, well, how do I get in without knowing the password? Oh, I know, put on some lingerie and go in. So now it's like I'm only at the part where like she's gotten inside and is just kind of like trying to figure out what's going on. I'm very excited, and I really like both the male and female narrators for this. Yesterday, my gosh, I feel like I have so much to tell you. Yesterday, I finished my 2 hours and 24 minutes, and I dipped into the bank, and I got, between yesterday and a little bit this morning while I was cleaning, 3 hours and 24 minutes taken out of the bank. Oh, please hold your applause, you guys. Hold your applause. Meaning, in the bank, I have 3 hours and 27 minutes left over. Today's Sunday. And I also have, I think, an hour and change. Let me just double check for my screen time for the day. Screen time is going to be 1 hour and 57 minutes. So I have about 5 hours, 5.5 hours of reading to get done today. And it is almost 1, and we're supposed to go see my fiance's parents in like 2 hours. We got 5 hours and 24 minutes on the clock for today, and anything that doesn't get read today, that's fine. But I'm really I was trying to carry it over so that I could see, if I was not on my phone, how much could I really read in a week. You guys, I did it. I did it. Please, please hold your applause. I know. You just want to applaud and just tell me how great I am. No, don't do that. Unless you want to. But I finally did it. It is the following Monday morning, so I wanted to give you all of the statistics, all the updates, everything. Finished River of Shadows. Would I recommend this book? Probably not. I would give this, there were parts that had me intrigued. 3 stars. Time for statistics. Okay, here we go. This past week, from Monday through Sunday, I read a total of 43 hours and 27 minutes, which was replacing all of my screen time from the week before. In that time, I read 1,885 pages. That feels like a lot. So I averaged about 43 pages per hour, which doesn't feel terrible. I also get incredibly distracted when I read, but I think it's the audiobooks, because I listen to 6 audiobooks. Basically what this all has shown me is that I spend far too much time on my phone, because I was like struggling when I got to the end of the day and I still had like 3-4 hours left. I was like, how did I do this before? How do I just spend this much time on my phone? So if anything, I will be spending less time on my phone, more time reading, because I got a lot of reading done this week. I'm quite proud of myself. I wanted to give up on like Wednesday. I was like, I'm just not gonna film this video anymore because it's getting to be too much. And I was like, no. I made the bed, time to lie in it. And I'm glad I did, because I did spend less time on my phone this week than normal, and I had a good time reading for the most part. Forever Never and River of Shadows, I wouldn't recommend either, in case that wasn't clear. But yeah, okay, I don't want to keep blabbing, but thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for watching this far into the video. If you watch this far, I think that means we're best friends. I don't make the rules. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It makes my heart happy. But I'll see you next time. Bye.